Good. Hello. Welcome back to the beer review series that no one asked for, and more than that, no one expected that they were ever going to get, even if they did ask for it. So I'm back in front of my fish tank. So today's a bit of a big one. I mean, I said that about last one. And the first one was me coming back to beer reviews, so that was important. So this one is one that I have had in bottle form, but I've never had in can form, and I don't think I've had this particular one. I know this make. In fact, I had one of this make yesterday. Yeah, I talked about Beelzebuth. Red version, which means it's fruity. It's like cherry version. It's well, I mean, what can I say about it? It's it's not a beer. No, it's a beer. 8.5% out of 10. So 8.5% out of 10. So that might not be that great actually. However, this is not going to be the only thing that I'll be trying today. You saw what I just passed in front later. You saw I have a glass of something else. Can anyone guess? What is in this glass that I will drink at the end of this beer review? Put your responses in the comments, and we'll see if anyone gets it right. Okay, Beelzebuth. Road. I mean, it's going to be a short one. I know this beer well. And I don't really have anything to talk much about. I mean, today was a very busy day. Very, very busy indeed. I could talk about my holiday to come in July, which is partially labelled Cravcon, but that's like 4 days of my holiday. My 2.5 week holiday, because the first week and almost this full second week is going to be hopefully seeing orcas in the San Juan Islands off the coast of Seattle. Yes, so I'm going to Cravcon. It would probably, I'm going to be honest, if I wasn't going to Cravcon, it would probably not be called Cravcon. To be honest. So Cravcon is basically me meeting up with a bunch of friends. We decided to call it Cravcon because there was one last year called BorisCon, and the name stuck. Like, the name works. Name after the person, con. It's convention. We are not going to be going to have like a big piss up or anything. We're not going to be doing anything deranged or anything like that. It is purely a convention of well-mannered and well-behaved. No, I'm sorry, I can't. No, it's a total piss up. Well, I mean, it's seeing friends in the New Jersey area. I might be able to see some of New York, hopefully. But yes, so I am going to the San Juan Islands, which are islands off the coast of Seattle. They are so basically the border between the United States and Canada. Could you imagine the United States of Canada? Border between the United States and Canada runs in a 30-kilometer or 30-mile gap between Friday Harbour, which is where I'm going to be, and Victoria on Vancouver Island. By the way, I need to explain something here. I'm going to be drinking quite a bit out of the can because this. It's not so much milkshake, more fucking ice cream at this point. And I say there's no such thing as bad pause. I mean, we'll find out about that. I mean, we have found out about it. Also, the lighting is kind of, there's quite strong lighting in my background. I do apologise for that. The reason why this is stronger than usual is because it is fucking dark outside at 4:30 in the afternoon, which is when I'm recording this. Yeah, because I get off work early on Friday, and I'm actually recording this on Friday. Yeah, I've still not uploaded anything. I need to start uploading. So I have like a rant video to upload. I've got so much like media stuff to upload as well. Content for days. I think I might actually just have like a media day. Not like I do the media stuff that day, but like I upload stuff that day. Or I mean, I probably won't upload that day, but I schedule stuff to upload because Thursdays because I don't stream is that's the reason why Thursday is the day that I release stuff on YouTube. So if you want to watch me all week, well, tough luck. I'm not streaming Tuesdays anymore. So someone went crazy. Yeah, so tough luck. I'm not streaming Tuesdays anymore. But Thursdays you will get uploads, so you can watch me in a more solo environment than broadcast in front of the world. If I do this, you can't see the fish tank. You also can't see the lights. I mean, I don't know. I'm just silhouetted. I'm just famous. Actually, that's not even a famous. So why am I going for that? Anyway, okay. Let's give it a try. Very, very fruity. I was going to say sour, but then the bitter hit me. This is very bitter and very sour. If you don't like sour beers, you will hate this. It's fruity. All fruity beers tend to be sour beers, and I like sour. I actually like sour. I like sour liqueur. I like sour beers. Who just thought? Like, I don't like IPAs, but I like sour beers. So, yeah, I can't wait to go to America. It's going to be in the summer, and yeah, so I've only actually gone abroad on my own once before, and this was to Italy. Back when I was living in the UK, I went to Italy. And I stayed on a boat for the whole 2 weeks, and basically everything was organised. It was like a work abroad thing. Everything was organised. It was like half work, half holiday. I just had to pay up front. And it was basically helping a group of researchers track dolphins and whales. As in, visually track. We were on the boat with the dolphins. So, I mean, the dolphins weren't on the boat with us, but like they were in the water and we were on the boat. So we were with them on the boat. But they weren't actually on the boat, they were in the water, so we were still with them. Have to make that distinction, because someone's going to think that we were swimming and the dolphins were driving the boat, and that's when conspiracy theories start happening. I think if I saw like a beluga piloting a jet ski, at that point I would start questioning that maybe the government is not telling us everything that they know about beluga whales. So there is that. God, it's like here's the thing. I have to say I love a good conspiracy actually. I absolutely love a good conspiracy. Um, even when even if I don't believe it, like I don't believe I don't believe anywhere near like half. Wait, what am I trying to say? I don't believe any conspiracy theories that I read about, but I still find it fascinating, and it's like movie theories as well. There's a big theory that Jar Jar Binks was going to be the mastermind behind the whole Star Wars thing. Um, like he was going to be behind everything. Like he was basically Sidious's master. That was a wild theory that got thrown out. Which I'm gonna be honest. When I first heard that theory, I thought it was ludicrous. But then I watched the video now, and it's explaining everything, it's breaking everything down, and like making comparisons. Like George Lucas looked at this, and he did this, and he did this, and there's no explanation for this except this, and it was actually really compelling, and it almost had me convinced. It had me convinced that it could have been a possibility during the first film. It could have been a possibility that they'd planned Jar Jar Binks to be this big bad guy. Now, I think it's believable, but I don't believe it. I don't think that they did, but I think it's plausible that they did. After the first film, though, I think that idea was dead in the water completely. They got so much backlash over that character, and then all of a sudden Count Dooku just pops out of nowhere. That makes me think that maybe it was a plausible thing, and then they took audiences' reaction to that. Yeah, I love a good conspiracy theory though. Although I don't really like the whole lizard people living underground and the world being flat, because it's not. So flat earthers, if there's any out there, so how when you're making out that the Earth is flat, how do you suppose they create globes? Like, how can globes be more accurate than paper maps in terms of the size of the country? Like, I have a map on my wall, which is like the more north, like you can see like the time zones, and the more north you get, the bigger the distance between the time zones, because that's simulating a globe. Like the stuff in the north and the south are way smaller than they appear on a map. But the stuff, I don't know that, yeah, they're way smaller, and then the stuff in the middle is like bigger in comparison to everything else. But on a globe, they're like proper sized. I would like to see a flat earther explain that to me. If you will, please. Anyway, enough shitting on the flat earthers. I mean, I could go on all day. I mean, I saw a video once of an astronaut that was in space, and they've got a window, and they had a camcorder, and they were recording out the window, and recording Earth, and they're like, look how round it is. So I found hilarious. So okay. What are the things could we like? I love conspiracies in series, in movie series, because those don't have to be conspiracies, and it's the same with games as well. Those don't have to be conspiracies because they are fictional stories. So those conspiracies are just theories. Like the conspiracy is like actually, like this could genuinely be right. Um, but then there's like theories slash conspiracies which are based on non-canon material that are based on subjecture and speculation that makes me think, oh, could that be true? Now, there's one film franchise I want to mention about theories and speculation because, oh my god, the ending was so, it was. I mean, it was, you could understand what happened in the ending, but also not. Like, it was so unclear, the big picture. The big picture was impossible to understand. And I'm saying this, I am not including the fourth one in this series. Can anyone guess what I'm about to say? A trilogy of films, which has recently had a fourth one. A trilogy of films which is so over the top confusing that you cannot even understand it three times after watching the trilogy three times. It is the Matrix trilogy. Oh Lord, is that difficult to break down? Because there's so many parts in that which are like, how does this happen? Why does this happen? How does this happen? How has Zion been destroyed 5 times? I think it was actually made a little bit clearer by the fourth film, actually. But okay, look, I wasn't keen on the fourth film. I think the fourth. The reason why I exclude the fourth film from that is, okay, I don't think it was a great film. It was a little bit meh. Like there wasn't too much action going on there, and the storytelling was. It was not point. It was just not there. I didn't like the new actors. Didn't like the new villain. I didn't like the idea that they went with that, but it is a canon film, and they actually did explain a few things in a roundabout way, where you can actually piece together what really happened. Basically that film answers most of the questions from the trilogy, but the speculation is the fun part in that original trilogy, which is why I want to leave out the fourth film, because that kind of breaks that. I really haven't drunk much of this yet. Oh, but yeah. Oh man. What other series we've got? Series. Oh, I like fourth wall theories. One of them is Breaking Bad, and this is actually kind of less of a theory and more actually just true. So Breaking Bad. If you've never seen Breaking Bad, what Breaking Bad is about is a guy that starts off good, but then because of circumstances in his life and because of his own personality becoming more egotistical, he goes from good progressively and slowly to evil. So the whole series is watching this downward spiral, this progression of he starts as a chemistry teacher that's been told he's got terminal cancer, and by the end of the first episode, like he's given it a go making crystal meth because he wants to leave money for his family after he's gone. By the end of the series, he is full on drug lord. Like, he's full on drug lord, doesn't give two shits about anyone. And the biggest theory, like I say, I don't think this is theory, I think it's more fact than theory, is that Jesse Pinkman, which is the co-star of the series, makes the opposite journey. Jesse starts off like off the rails, but nowhere near as bad as Walter White was at the end of the series. But Jesse starts off the rails, but through the progression of the series, you see him change and change for the better. He becomes a better person, in direct contrast with Walter White. So, there's a point where there's a point where they cross over. There is a crossover point where Walter becomes more bad than Jesse, and I think, okay, if we have to pinpoint a particular point, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it. See, some might say the Fly episode. But I think most of us will agree that it is in the second to last episode of season 2. That episode. That is, I think, the point where they kind of overlap. They cross over, where Jesse at that point is more good than Walter White is. So, there's also another theory with that. Finally. The other theory is, okay, minor spoilers for like later series with this. The theory is that Walter White, him making meth is actually a cure for his cancer. Where if you look through the series, when he has cancer and when it's getting worse is when he's not cooking. When he's in remission and getting bad is when he is cooking. He only starts getting it bad again after he stops cooking. And this holds up. This actually holds up. Because it just links up. It's just literally just timing things out. What are the franchises can I just blow open in this beer review? What even is the timing? It's so fucking dark out there. I bet it's not already 6. It might already be 6 actually. Probably like 5:30. But yeah, so what else is there? I absolutely love theories in films, in games, anything like that. I feel like there's... I won't go into any more theories. It's more butterfly effect. So what I like to do, especially if I'm very bored at work, I like to imagine a universe that I know very well. Typically, this is Dragon Ball Z, Star Trek, Star Wars, or Harry Potter. And I like to imagine, if you change one thing in that series, how will the rest of the series go? And I've worked out in pretty much every franchise except for Star Trek, there is always certain things which are fixed points in time. If you know fixed points in time, then you've watched Doctor Who before. So fixed points in time are things that have to happen. They absolutely have to happen. And in Harry Potter, Star Wars, and Dragon Ball, there are these points as well. And freaking hell, Dragon Ball Z is the worst for this because there's so many of them. I think pretty much you change anything in Dragon Ball and everyone's dead. Like, literally, you change anything at all and everyone's dead. Um, what if Krillin was in the capsule instead of Gohan? Well, everyone's dead. And actually, okay, let's explore. Okay, so how would that go? Because like Piccolo wouldn't train Krillin. Piccolo wouldn't even train Gohan. But why would Raditz collect Krillin? Probably to lure Kakarot out. But then, okay, so Rabbit's dead, Kakarot's dead. Then, so who do you really have to protect you against the Saiyans? I mean, Piccolo's going to go train on his own. He's going to be weaker for it because he's not training Gohan. Krillin is going to train like normal, and then Gohan's not going to train at all, which means Gohan's going to be no use, which means Gohan's going to not be able to help stop Vegeta. And Vegeta is going to win. And Vegeta is going to probably destroy the planet. And then Vegeta's not going to be strong enough to beat Frieza. And yeah, the series is over. Do you see what I mean? Dragon Ball is like super, super stupidly finicky for that. But yeah, Star Wars as well. There is one in Star Wars where if this doesn't happen, everything falls to everything goes to shit. Well, actually, no, in a good way, actually. Um, anything that stops Anakin falling to the dark side means that the good guys win immediately, basically. But yeah, there's I've not done a Star Wars one for ages. That's a really good one. Harry Potter though. Okay, so Harry Potter is a difficult one because there's like I want to say there's two fixed points in time. Okay, so we have to say that no matter what, Voldemort gets revived at some point. Not maybe not during book 4, sometimes in book 5. But he always gets revived, whether it be Barty Crouch Jr., Wormtail, or someone else. He always gets revived. Sometimes it might be Lucius Malfoy. I mean, it depends on the series, on the situation. But so yeah, and then so that always has to happen, and then Sirius, Harry meeting Sirius is kind of a fixed point in time because that's when that's when he meets like Lupin and everything. I don't know. I can't remember why, but apparently it's important that he meets Sirius. In fact, I mean, if Sirius never broke out, then Peter would never go back to Voldemort, and nothing would ever happen, because eventually Peter would live out the rest of his life and die of old age. But then Barty Crouch Jr. would have broken out and helped him, and then he would come back to power, and then Peter would be screwed, basically. The other one is Snape teaching Harry Expelliarmus. Simply put, that one thing. If that doesn't happen, then Harry's dead. Book 4. There is nothing. There's absolutely nothing that you can change that will stop that from happening. But yeah, I love these hypothetical scenarios. Okay. The effect of this. This is having a strong effect. It's an 8.5 though. It's to be expected. I like the taste, honestly. It's bitter, it's sour. I do like this bit. I do really like this beer, but then again, I like all rosé beers. Rosé being basically fruit beers. What do I give this? I mean, look, like Lindeman's cherry is, it's not strong. I would be inclined to give it a 10 out of 10 if it were like stronger. Actually, I can't remember what I did give it. It's got my little fish here. Surprised my cat's not visited me. I have the door open, she can come visit me. Honestly, okay, I think I've made up my mind about this. It's going to score highly. The question is how highly. Also, you've got like a couple minutes to guess what this is. I'm not going to drink all of it because, I mean, heck, it's going to get me hammered. That's your hint. That is strong. That is fucking strong. Stronger than any beer review I've ever done. That's including that's including when I did a beer review of Jameson, where I actually just filled my glass up with apple juice instead of whiskey. At some point on stream, I'm gonna pour a prank where I fill a whiskey bottle up with apple juice, just for the laughs. I love my pranks. Beer finished, 8 out of 10. I decided this a while ago. 8 out of 10 for this one. The Beelzebuth. Whoosh. Okay. So, would you guys like to know what this is? And yes, it's in the Simpsons glass. So, I mean, that's going to appeal to someone out there. Maybe I'll put that in the tag of the video. Simpsons. Because it's glass. We didn't even talk about Simpsons. Because I have never watched it. Okay, there's times in life where you say something and in that moment of time you realise you are going to be chastised for the rest of your life for that. I know people that will be deeply upset that I've never watched Simpsons. This is a potion. Okay. This is Bloody Mary. This is a Bloody Mary. So anyone that put Bloody Mary, you got it right. I've skipped on the lime. I've not put lemon in it because that's too much effort. So ingredients: tomato juice, vodka, Tabasco, Worcestershire sauce, and I've put some cumin in as well, and pepper. I've not put salt in, but yeah, cumin isn't normally put in, but I put a bit of cumin in. Oh my god, this is like a mix between really fucking hot and really fucking strong because I've put a lot of vodka in it. I love tomato juice as well. This is super spicy, super high percentage. Now, of course, I put ice in it. Wow. You have seen this progression within 35 minutes. You have seen me descend from a state of sober to a state of almost drunk. This has to be my favourite cocktail. I've tried various cocktails, but one I've tried that I thought I liked, but I found absolutely freaking revolting was actually Irish Slammers. I tried an Irish Slammer at New Year's. Nah, we're never doing that again. That was disgusting. That's actually disgusting. Never mix Baileys with anything. if you're gonna have Baileys, have it on its own. Or at least have it with like coffee or something. Baileys and coffee works. This Bloody Mary I made. So I have to give it a grade out of 10. So, for flavour, it is a 12 out of 10. For effect, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. For how hot it is, I'm going to give it a 20 out of 10. So if you average all of that up, this is the best thing I've ever beer reviewed on the channel. Look, like, here's the thing with cocktails. You can make it however you want. You can change the proportions based on how you like it. What I would recommend, if you're making a cocktail, like, put everything in, try it. Try it and work out what does it need more. Does it need, for a Bloody Mary, does it need to be hotter? Does it need to be, need to be more alcoholic? Is it too hot or too alcoholic? In which case, you add more tomato juice. Simple as. I also still don't know how Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce tastes. It's in this drink, I still don't know how it tastes. Maybe I'll have it on cheese and toast tomorrow. Wow. Just wow. Okay. I'm almost done. I actually have to finish this now. Also, I love how I don't have a light in that direction, by the way. The light that is coming onto this is literally the light from my aquarium. Right. I have a pizza to order. I'll see you guys later.